When I am sitting in those meetings, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So when the opportunity came up, we grabbed it. We got to the one thing. It boils down to that one thing. I'm not saying I have a revolutionary 20% magic wand that I come in with, but I have a 3 to 4% magic wand. And that 3 to 4% is just 1% at a time in one of the areas. And I'll tell you what it is. It's just product. I don't have anything magic. It's just product. And I've had years of experience in the industry working with multiple businesses and multiple brands, and it boils down to that one thing. And it's small 1 degree changes that they do not want to make. It's just like they say 1% a day improvement is massive success of 33% compounded over time. It has a much bigger effect. And most importantly, I'll know. This door, I want you to fix for me though. I need you to get a professional to... I told you I was tired. It's fear of maybe some of the operators or the operations team feeling insignificant. It's fear that they'll lose their job. It's fear that what they've been preaching and playing the drum to for the last 3 years has been wrong. And it's not that. Theirs has been right. It's worked, that they've got to this point. But 1%, 1 degree change in that room or on that piece of floor or in that area of the reception does not reflect on their personalities or their skill sets. It shows that they're a bigger person. It shows that they're willing to grow by taking it on and taking our advice and implementing it and becoming winners. I don't need to take the win. By then, I'm already out of their business. But yet, they still do it. And I got tired of it. You know, I can be as straightforward and honest as I want because I'm not hired by anybody. Like, I work for myself. So I'm very happy to fire customers. And I've done it. And it's not about walking away from the money. It's not about being arrogant because I bend over backwards to make these things real. I treat these businesses when I go into them like they're my own. And I wear an owner's hat and I look at every single thing and I get really passionate about it. Even Rena says to me, sometimes on the weekend, I'm sitting drawing, and I still draw on big pieces of paper, and I'm drawing out layouts, and I've contacted Desco, the motorbikes arrived, and I've got big sheets of their drawings of their locations, and I'm drawing out and I'm measuring how we can improve square meterage, get more people, even if we increase 1 or 2 more seats in a class, then I make notes of everything, what I want to put in each space. I write down all my notes and then I give a call or I send an email. Do you know that they didn't pay you for this? I said, no, but I need to imagine what it would be like if they did implement it. And that's only because I enjoy it. And it's not about being paid for that part. Of course, I have to get paid for my time and energy putting in, but that extra. So when I am sitting in those meetings, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So we don't start out with an end date, but we start out with the concept of always building them to sell them. So we build and sell them. And now we're starting a new business, which we'll launch in April, which is called ARKHE, which is another high-end wellness club. And a lot of those businesses I invest in and advise, and then I build a dynamic team around me to execute. So I end up really focusing on the initial phase. I don't do a lot of the operations. And in a number of the businesses I have crossover shareholding. Some of them I have totally different shareholders. And in combination with this, because I'm in the environment and I've been in the space for 25 years, a lot of CEOs and a lot of businesses reach out to me for advice on certain segments or certain targets or certain products, and I advise them.
And they still not pass the piece of paper. Months and years later, they haven't done a thing. So when this opportunity came around, I'm linking it back to when this opportunity came around, I'd already done that whole cycle. And it got a little bit like that towards the end of Fit and Glam, that at the beginning, everything we implemented was taken on and accelerated the business forward quickly. But then people had their own agendas and started to make changes within the business, and then it would break, those pieces would break. They then went back to it anyway, our original plan and our original processes. But of course, people have to try different things to see if it works, which I don't mind. But they didn't need to. It wasn't broken. It was going exceptionally well. And the same with platform. And one of the things that I agreed with my partners when I sold platform was they sat me down after the deal was all done, and we sat down and we went through some things. The question was, what should we be careful of? What should we change? What shouldn't we change? How should we make sure that things stay as they are?
I'm even happy with the lighting for strength.
1 minute.
I wouldn't maybe mind organizing them a bit better.
Yeah, I don't mind.
There's a rod with you. You're okay with it?
It's soundproofing. It's beautiful.
This is just open ceiling.
So just want to
we
check
just
with
put-
David.
We just reorganize all the tracks here, but we remain the ceiling assets.
Yes.
We put a lot of things in place, but we got to the one thing.
Okay, nothing's changing here.
Don't change anything. Don't try and reinvent it. Scale it. It's at the point now it can scale. And a lot of these businesses we go into, they're at that same point. With 1 or 2 degrees, they'll accelerate. And I'd done all that work and I was getting tired of it. And it's like talking to people, what do they say, on deaf ears. You're talking to people and they don't really want the advice. You're presenting to 8 people in the room and 1 is engaged. The rest of them are not interested. They're disinterested. They're on their phone, or they've got somewhere else to go, or they've got a PT session, or they've got to return a call, or they're just totally full with everything else. They hear me, they're thinking, oh my gosh, we've got to do more work now. But this new guy's coming to give us some insights. So I'd reached the point consciously, and I'd spoken to one of my money coaches, one of my business coaches, because I have a number and of people that I work with, and one of my mentors, and just said, I'm feeling like this. Am I wrong? And they all got to the same point to say, well, that's just the way it is. You've got to that point. Someone else that I work with, I'm very close to, an advisor and consultant. He gets it all the time, but he's okay with it. He says, that's part of the gig. It didn't suit me. And when this opportunity came up, I was at the end of that cycle. And I was reaching the end of that particular, I want to say career path, but journey. So when the opportunity came up, we grabbed it. We were super excited. Both of us had seen the space in 21, we liked it. Then we went back again and reminded Marina and I again why we liked building the gyms and why we like transforming a space, because we could walk in and imagine what it's going to be like with our essence and with our brand. So we committed, we signed, we started again, and we started to write a beautiful story.